Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, beautiful people. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are good. Today, I want to share with you what I call the time and equity framework. Some of you guys may know this, right? If you do know it, it's okay. You can stay tuned, okay, and just accompany us, okay. For those who don't know, just like me and you, okay, let's check this thing out. Okay, so this is what I call the time and equity framework. Okay, so you may be asking yourself and saying, Oluetu, what is the time and equity framework? Okay, so in simple terms, okay, we do know what time is. Time is time is what? Time is past, present, and future. It's the progression of life. Understand? That's what time is. And equity, equity in simple terms, you can say it's equity equals assets minus liabilities. Or you can say it's retained earnings. Or it's capital contribution. Whatever term that represent money that has been left behind after minusing your expenses, your costs, your liabilities, that is what we call equity. Okay, so this is time and equity. Basically, what this teaches is that you can either invest time in generating the income that you want for yourself, in whatever field that you specialize in whatever field that you can bring about value. Understand? Right? That's your time right there. Or, right, if you do have some sort of resources, understand, right, monetary resources, understand, then you can invest it in equity. Understand? So, in such a way that money will work for you. Understand? And it will be like money will become your servant in a sense. Understand? I'm sure that you heard that term before. Okay, so but a lot of us start with time, right? So what does it mean when a person invests his time to actually get an income? It's simple, really. Understand, right? It's um being an employee, one, and secondly, it's being a a contractor, and thirdly, it's being probably a freelancer. Okay, so with all of this, you are investing your time to gain income. Understand, right? And we did say this in some of the videos that time is the most precious currency that we have. So this is something that we should actually protect. Understand? So this is very important, guys, right? So in equity terms, we can say probably you owning royalties. Understand? You owning royalties, either probably franchise, or maybe you have created a an application, or maybe you own yeah, man, like it's franchise, and probably you run an application. Understand? That's what it isn't on my top of my head with royalties, really. Or maybe music. Okay, so the second example is that you can have what we call rental, and thirdly, it can be, let me see, equity, royalties, rentals, probably investments. Okay, Okay, so your equity, royalties, rentals, or um, investments. So those two are actually that different. I understand is that here when you're using time, you are actually the understand. You're investing your time. Understand you are you're providing that value. Understand probably you're an employee, a contractor, a freelancer, and on your equity you are having like royalties, rentals, or rather investments. Understand? So the best thing that other people do, understand, of which I learned from other people, understand, I learned from other people, is that they are employees or contractors or freelancers. Understand? And then they make use of the income that they get here to invest in their equities, in their royalties, in their rentals, in their investments. Right? Let's say, for example, you start off. Let me use a different color pen. You start off here 100%, understand? And here probably 0%. So what these people do that I learned from, understand, is that they try by all means to buy back their time. Understand? Because here their time is 100%. Here their equity is 0%. It means that their money is not working for them. Understand? So they try by all means to reduce this, probably let's say 50%, and then it's gonna be 50%. Understand? Probably they work half a day and then they invest some of their money. Understand? Or maybe instead of being employee, now they are contractor. Understand? If they instead of being a contractor, now they are freelancer. Understand? Right? And then they cut their time. Understand? And then they take this money and invest it here. Understand? And then obviously here it's either they get dividends monthly, they get dividends yearly, and it actually works for them. Understand? So the main objective of this is that they want to make sure that they make use of their time either 20 or maybe 10% of the time. Understand? Probably they attend meetings. Understand? Probably they attend ideation conferences or workshops. Understand? Right, whereby they can actually get ideas and get feedback and whatever that they have created. Understand? So they invest 10%, and then when that happens, right, is that here it's going to be 90%. It means that now their equity is working for them. The money that they've created is their seventh now. Understand? Right? They don't need to work for money, really. Understand? They need to just use their creativity, use their imagination to grow their equity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very helpful, and I suggest you to take a note of it and implement it over time. For me, Olutunzimena, I'll see you on my next one. Cheers, brother. Peace out.